Hi, I'm Danielle with Ribbon Storage and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making one of the cards from my Crimson and Lace card kit. Let's get to it. We're going to start by creating the card front. I've got these two great Nina brand cardstocks. This white one is a linen finish and it just has a beautiful texture to it. This other one's called a gray fiber cardstock. They're, like I said, they're both Nina brand. There we go. Then we're going to go to the silver and crimson crisscross ribbon. I'm just going to give myself enough on both sides, probably about a ½ inch, to wrap that ribbon around the card front. Go ahead and use your double-sided tape. And we'll put that on the back of this crimson ribbon. And I'm using a lot because it's a really wide ribbon. But you'll notice that there's a back, right? See how much brighter that red is on that side. So you want to make sure you put the adhesive on the back of that ribbon. And we're just going to lay that centered. There we go. Next, we're using this 3/8 inch silver crimped ribbon. You can see how it has that great wave to it. It's just so good for adding some dimension to your cards. That comes up, but that's okay. I'm going to show you. We're going to tack that down and that won't be an issue. So now I'm going to add a little bit of tape on the back here, and then we're just going to fold that around and use that. You'll see I'm going to straighten this before I do it so that that will stay. And we're going to do that right there. And see how those come up? Not a problem. The biggest thing is we needed to get that bigger ribbon tacked down. And then we will use our tape. And I've used a bunch of different kinds of tapes. I even found the Amazon Basics has a 1/4 inch double-sided tape for really inexpensive on Amazon if that's what you're looking for. And that worked really well too. Okay, now it's time for the sequins. Just straighten that up just a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and measure out the sequins, and those are just gonna go right in the center of that silver crimped edge. And there is a front and a back to sequins, believe it or not. See that, how you can see that threading right there? So we want to make sure that when we put it on to this card, that we put the right side down. Measure this last piece. And with the sequins, they're a little more narrow, so it's a little bit trickier. So what we're gonna do, now that I've got them measured out, and you have to be careful because these come off also. What we're gonna do is add more tape. I know, tape, tape, tape. You can see why I use this big tape gun. We're gonna add more tape to this side because that's what we're gonna adhere the sequins to. Now, again, remember, we want that string side down. And I'm just gonna wrap that around and adhere that to the back. And then to keep it in place, let's move just a little bit. I'm gonna tack that down with the tape. And we're gonna do that for each one of these strands of sequins. Now we're ready to go. I'm gonna add some extra adhesive so that we can stick it to the card base. Make sure you get it in all the corners. And if you feel like you need it on these sequins, because they do come up, just add some extra tape there. And then lay your card base out, and just center it. We're gonna tack it right on there. And then we're gonna lay those down flat. Now, if you want, sometimes they're a little bit looser than you may have intended. You can use a glue. You just dab a little glue, pull that up and you can dab a little glue along there, and that will keep it right in place. Just make sure you're using a glue that dries clear. I prefer this Scotch quick dry tacky glue. It starts out light, but it dries clear, and it's perfect for this kind of thing because you don't see it once it's dry. Anyway, there we go. If you're already a loyal Ribbon Storage customer and you purchased my ribbon spools, look in your Etsy message box or your email and you'll find a 30% off code that's good on any of my card kits.